A very good evening to you. You are watching Prime TV News. Let's take a look at the headlines first. Swiss Embassy employee barred from leaving the country until a statement is given to the CID. The Prime Minister's office to entertain public complaints from today. Bad weather increases. Himasiri Fernando and Pujit Sundara re-remanded. And in headlines overseas, Typhoon Kamuri slams the Philippines. And now we move on to the news in detail. The Colombo Chief Magistrates Court has issued an order preventing the Swiss Embassy employee who is dodging giving a statement to the CID from leaving the country. The employee had accused she was detained and intimidated to obtain information about the Swiss Embassy. Accordingly, the government of Sri Lanka decided to conduct an immediate investigation into the incident. The investigations were entrusted to the CID. However, the CID made an attempt to record a statement from her regarding the allegation, but she did not respond. The Foreign Secretary and the Defense Secretary also met with the Swiss ambassador in Sri Lanka to urge him to assist the investigations. However, the CID informed the court that if she would go abroad without giving a statement to the police, it would hamper the ongoing investigations. Accordingly, Colombo Chief Magistrate Lanka Jayaratne issued the order preventing her from going abroad until the 9th of next month. The Public Relations Unit of the Prime Minister's office was opened today. The Public Relations Unit was opened under the patronage of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa at the RA de Mel Mawatha with the presence of ministers and MPs of the government. Addressing the media, Premier Mahinda Rajapaksa said the Prime Minister's office will be directing the complaints lodged by the public to the relevant government offices. The complaints will then be followed up until redress is given. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa also mentioned that a convenient atmosphere will be created for the public to directly approach government officials. The Met Department announces that due to the low-level atmospheric disturbances in the vicinity of Sri Lanka, the prevailing showery conditions is expected to enhance over northern, eastern, north-central, over and central provinces from tonight. Showers or thunder showers will occur in northern, north-central, eastern, over and southern provinces and in the Kurunegala district. Showers or thunder showers will occur elsewhere after 1 p.m. Very heavy showers above 150 millimeters are likely at some places in Trincomalee, Batiklo, Ampara, Mullaitivu, Nuwara, Batulla and Monoragala districts. Heavy showers above 100 millimeters are likely at some places in north-central, Sabaragamuwa, southern and western provinces and in Mautale, Kandy, Jaffna, Mannar, Kilinochchi and Vaunia districts. Fairly strong gusty winds up to 55 kilometers per hour can be expected over the island, particularly in northwestern, southern, central, over and north-central provinces. Meanwhile, relief work continues in the areas affected by the adverse weather conditions. Pradeep Kodipilli, Deputy Director of the Disaster Management Centre, said that the government has taken steps to fulfill all the requirements of the affected. The funeral of the deceased persons of the Ilukpalassa Kanda landslide in Valapane was carried out last afternoon. The body of the 15-year-old student who went missing has been recovered. Valapane Divisional Secretary Salia Bandara stated that the landslide is suspected to have been a direct result of the eruptions of the quarry located within close proximity of the house. Former Defense Secretary Himasiri Fernando and IGP Pujit Sundara have been re-remanded till the 17th of this month for allegedly failing to prevent the terrorist attack on Easter Sunday. The suspects were produced before the Colombo Additional Magistrate and the Criminal Investigations Department informed the court that they have obtained statements from about 10 police officers in connection with the incident. The Colombo High Court, considering a revision application filed by the Attorney General, suspended the previous order given that the suspects be released on bail. It was emphasized that the Magistrates' Court has no power to grant bail when the Attorney General has confirmed that the suspects have committed an offence under the Section 296 of the Penal Code. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has praised the initiative taken by the youth to safeguard the environment and beautify the country. In a tweet, the president pointed out that a strong foundation is being laid to change the course of the country's future by the youth with their initiative, leadership and teamwork. The president observed that bringing forth creativity as a positive force in our society is symbolic of a productive culture in the making. He also said that he is really proud of these youngsters. Former Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe visited the Mahanayaka Theras of Malvatta and Askiriya today. The former Premier expressed his gratitude for the assistance rendered by the Mahasangha during his tenure as Prime Minister. He called on Tibbatuave Sri Sumangala Thera at the Malvatta Mahaviharaya. Subsequently, he met the Chief Prelate of the Askiri Maha Nikaya, Most Venerable Vanakagoda Gnanaratna Thero. However, the media was not allowed to cover the meeting with the Mahanayaka Theras. A meeting of the UNP Parliamentary Group was held in Colombo. Filling the position of opposition leader and several other matters were discussed at this meeting. Speaking to the media following the discussion, parliamentarian Thushara Indunil said that Ranil Wickremesinghe has pointed out to treat Sajith Premadasa justly. He added that solutions to ongoing issues will be reached following the discussions of the UNP and the UNF, which are scheduled for this Thursday. MP Ajit Mana Peruma said that they are confident that Ranil Wickremesinghe will entrust the leadership of the party and the opposition leadership to Sajith Premadasa. Adding that his decision should be taken expeditiously, the parliamentarians said that the appointments should be definitely made within the next 2 weeks. Parliamentarian Sujiva Sena Singh said that they expect party leaders will make necessary compromises to rebuild the United National Party. Replying to a question raised by a reporter, the MP mentioned that the consensus of the party is with his faction. MP Nalin Bandara said that the parliament has been prorogued to avoid addressing the issues of the country. He said Sajith Premadasa is hopeful to be anointed with the leadership of the party and the opposition. Nalin Bandara added that they will be compelled to opt into alternatives if Sajith Premadasa is not appointed within a shorter period of time. Minister Bandula Gunawardena states that plans are being made to expand the opportunities for all qualified students to receive higher education. The minister expressed these views at a meeting with the university heads. A meeting between Minister Bandula Gunawardena and university heads was held at the University Grants Commission. The Vice-Chancellors, Deans and senior officials of all the universities participated in the discussion. Minister Bandula Gunawardena noted the meeting intended to gather ideas to implement President Gotabaya Rajapaksa's higher education plan in the future. Views of the university heads will be complied within 2 weeks. In his presidential campaign, Gotabaya Rajapaksa pledged to grant all students who pass the advanced level examination with university entrance. The minister stated that this step will be largely benefiting hundreds of thousands of students. Still on local news, several new ministers, after commencing their duties, participated in inspections in their ministries. After the commencement of his ministerial duties, Minister Mahinda Amaraveera visited the Sapuga Skanda oil refinery. The minister also held a discussion with the staff. A progress review meeting was held at the Ministry of Social Security under the patronage of Minister Pavitra Vanyarachi. Measures were taken to identify the departments coming under the Ministry of Social Security. The minister instructed the officials to take steps to implement social security services, development programs and fundraising projects expeditiously. State Minister Sanath Nishantha Pereira participated in an inspection tour of the Galle Fisheries Harbour. Discussing the issues affecting the fishermen, the minister promised to immediate solutions. At the request of the residents of Valapane and Rikillagaskada area, a SLTB bus was added to the service from Hapugala to Rikillagaskada. The launch of the new service was done under the patronage of State Minister C.B. Ratnayaka. Lakshman Vasantha Pereira, who has been appointed as the chairman of the Mathare District Development Committee, commenced his duties today. He said that the new government's development activities would be carried out for the benefit of the people. Central Province Governor Lalit Yugamake was also present at the event. The District Development Committee Chairman Dr. Sarath Amunugama says that following the presidential election, the people have reposed confidence in the state system. A meeting was held at the Kandy District Secretariat on how the future development activities should take place in the Kandy District. Dr. Sarath Amunugama said that the strong feelings have been created among the people on national development following the presidential election. In the Kandy district, the youth have taken the measures to clean and beautify public spaces by decorating the walls of the city with wall arts. Dr. Sarath Amunugama highlighted that enthusiasm of the public should be respected by the government and social responsibility projects should be supported. He noted that the system should be injected with cutting-edge technologies in the mission of transformation. The parliamentarian observed that meetings and conventions are useless unless proper tangible results are demonstrated. MP Ajit P. Pereira says the COPE committee report on the central bank bond scam will reveal the real culprits to the public.
Addressing a press conference held in Bandaragama, he made the comment. Parliamentarian Ajit P. Pereira said that the report on the central bank treasury bond scam has been completed. The audit was conducted by the central bank via the international organization. The MP also noted that the forensic report was accomplished prior to the presidential election, but was intentionally concealed from the public eye by responsible parties. Mentioning that the forensic report has already been submitted to the COPE committee, Ajit P. Pereira highlighted that the people will soon know the real perpetrators. Parliamentarian Ajit P. Pereira said that they are awaiting to reach a constructive solution for the issues about the leadership. The MP noted that Ranil Wickremesinghe is set to step down in the near future after relegating responsibilities to the young and capable hands. Ajit P. Pereira wished the former PM good luck in his future endeavours.
Professor Vinny Vidharana, a prominent scholar of Sinhala language and literature, passed away. He was 91. Professor Vinny Vidharana was born on the 2nd of June 1928. He received his first degree from the University of London in 1956. Professor Vinny Vidharana is a postgraduate of the London and Peradeniya universities. He rendered invaluable services to the Sinhala language as chief editor of the Sinhala Dictionary. He has authored a number of books. The remains will lie tomorrow at a funeral parlour in Borella. The funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. The customs officials have seized a consignment of refuse tea worth 3.5 million rupees. The customs officials say that the plan of the culprits was to export 30,000 to 500,000 kilos of refuse tea in 2 containers to Iraq via the United Arab Emirates. The Customs Media spokesman, Additional Customs Director General Sunil Jaratna, stated that further investigations are underway. 6 suspects have been arrested in this connection. And with that, we head to the business segment. The Gazette notification to give effect to the recently announced policy measures to reduce the value-added tax was issued yesterday. There will be no VAT charged on the supply of services by a hotel, guest house, restaurant or other similar business providing similar services registered with the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority if 60% of the total value of the inputs is sourced from local supplies or sources. The VAT on the supply of financial services will be at the rate of 15%. On the import and supply of goods or supply of services, VAT will be charged at 8%. The new VAT rates became effective from Sunday. And that's all the news we have for you tonight. I'm Umayangi Vijayasuriya signing off for Prime TV News. Good night.